Hello po, kamusta po kayo? Kinakamusta ko po ang ating mga kapatid sa buong mundo, especially yung mga OFW. Sana po ay nasa mabuti po kayong kalagayan habang kayo ay nanonood ng aking video. Andito naman po tayo sa paggawa ng reaction video sa mga balita sa Pilipinas. Especially yung update sa case ni Percy Lapid. Yung pagkamatay ng middleman sa Bilibid. Grabe po ito. Gusto kong magmura ng malakas, sumigaw ng malakas dahil nakakagigil po ito. Dahil pumalpak po big time yung PNP. Pero bago po ang lahat, by the way, kung bago pa lang po kayo sa aking YouTube channel, please paki-support naman po. Please like this video. Paki-subscribe po yung mga hindi pa nakasubscribe sa YouTube channel ko. Please subscribe. At paki-share na rin po sa ating mga kaibigan at mga families. Maraming salamat po. Tara, samahan niyo ako sa maganda po tayo. Mag-react tayo sa mga update regarding sa inaabangan ng lahat. Yung kaabang-abang ng mga pangyayari. Tara, samahan niyo ako. Makinig at manood po tayo ng mga update sa kaso ni Percy Lapid. Ang sabi po ni yung kapatid ni Percy Lapid, sabi niya justice system in the Philippines is not working. Tapos yung pagkamatay ng middleman, sabi niya unacceptable. Tara, samahan niya ako. Makinig tayo at manood tayo ng mga update sa Pilipinas. Magre-react na rin tayo. Let's go!
For a hot copy this morning, we have the brother of Percy Lapid, Roy Mabasa. He was with us yesterday morning. Roy, good morning to you.
Good morning po, Karen. Good morning po.
All right. I interviewed you yesterday and you said, I am convinced that this is the gunman. Do you remember? You said that on CAD Start. Okay. I interviewed Lieutenant General Sermonia yesterday on Head Start, and he said we have secured the middleman. The middleman is safe. Okay? I've heard those terms. The middleman is not in Bilibid. He is in another jail cell, which means he was not a convicted criminal.
Dito po, pumalpak big time si General. Dahil parang kumbaga, hindi niya alam ang sinasabi niya. Grabe. Big time po ang pagpalpak dito ng PNP. Specifically si General po yung spokesperson. Tuloy natin.
Convicted criminals are transferred to Muntinlupa. Now this has happened. Roy, let me ask you first. Do you still believe the story?
We believe the story that the police has, told us kasi it involves a lot of investigation in the first place. We talked to the suspect, yung gunman, alleged gunman, Joel,
Oo.
And we believe it's his story.
Which part of the story do you believe?
Under
Which
our
part?
circumstances, Karen, hahawakan namin kung ano man yung ginagawa ng police, because naniniwala kami sa presumption of regularity. That's what we're holding on for. Kaya kami nagtuloy na mag-file na rin ng kaso. Subalit yung nangyari kahapon dun sa Bilibid, Karen, that is unacceptable. I do not blame the police here. Ang medyo may problema rito yung Bureau of Corrections dahil nasa kustodiya nila yan eh. I'll just narrate to you kung ano yung nakuha kong information.
Please.
I was told that nakipag-coordinate yung police sa kanila to verify that name sa Bucor kung meron silang inmate na ganon. This was several days ago. Apparently, dininay ng Bucor na meron silang ganong inmate. So, ang nangyari, nagulat na lang kami kahapon when Secretary Remulla announced na napatay na pala yung inmate na yun. There is something wrong with the Bureau of Corrections. At siguro dapat may managot dito, Karen, na especially ang dami nang namamatay dyan na high-profile criminals na namamatay under suspicious circumstances.
Okay, Roy, but now there isn't just one middleman, there are two.
Yeah, there are two actually.
Okay, but my question is,
Sabi ko nga sa'yo,
But-
I told you before na hindi ko po pwedeng i-disclose sa yung mga other information because may operation ng ginagawa ang police. Itong pangalawa ay fully secured na according to the police. Nasa BJMP siya. Ang kalungkutan lang dito, Karen, hindi nakikipag-cooperate ito.
okay. All right, Roy, I mean, you understand this. Your brother was a journalist. I'm a journalist, and I believe so are you. And it's very difficult just to take these things as they are given to us, right? So, a few questions for you. When you spoke with Mr. Joel Escoliar, did he ever tell you there were two middlemen? Because the whole time he claimed that what he received was a call from one middleman. So now, how did it happen that there were two?
Yeah, nakita ko yung kanyang extrajudicial confession. Doon niya binanggit yung mga pangalan na involved dito sa ginawa nilang pagpatay sa aking kapatid. At nakita ko yung pangalan na yan, yung namatay na yan, at nakita ko rin yung pangalan ng isa na nasa PJMP. Malaking dagok ito sa kaso, Karen, because yung namatay na yan yung nag-order sa kanya na patayin si Percy Lapid. Iba-iba kasi yung kanilang role na ginampanan, ano? Yung namatay na yan si Percy Lapid. Kaya I do not know how we will be able to start again picking up the pieces dito sa kasong ito. But hindi kami natitinag. We will still pursue justice for my brother.
And definitely, Roy, we are with you on that. But the question now is, where did this other middleman come from? What was his alleged role?
Ito yung nagduktong-duktong ng ibang mga tao, no? Kasi may mga ibang characters, if you notice, dun sa kwento ng gunman. Meron siyang, yung brothers, siya ang kumontak dito sa mga taong ito para mabuo yan. Basta yung nandun sa Bilibid, yun lang ang nagbigay ng order para patayin si Percy Lapid.
Alright.
At lahat yan, nagkanya-kanyang partihan sa pera, Karen, ha?
Yeah. Okay. Now, did Joel Escorial also speak with the other middleman, the one who is alive today?
Yeah.
So he spoke with two middlemen. But why didn't he ever mention that before?
That is correct.
Roy?
Yeah, that is correct. That is correct.
So Joel is claiming two middlemen called him, not one.
That's right. That's right. Yan yung nasa deposition niya.
Okay,
Right.
but why didn't he ever mention it that there were two middlemen and not one?
Doon sa presentation kasi sa kanya, Karen, no, I can only understand na siguro medyo hindi sila prepared na humarap talaga. But like what I said, I always presume regularity doon sa ginawa ng police. Kasi ayokong sirain kung ano man yung gusto nilang diskarte dyan. Ang nanlulumo ako itong development na ito kasi malaking dagok itong nawala na ito, Karen. This could lead us to the mastermind itong nasa Muntinlupa na ito. Kaya siguro inunang iniligpit ito. Remember, Karen, pinatay ito 4 hours after na i-present yung suspect.
Grabe, 4 hours. Tapos, grabe ang labo talaga. Dito talaga pumalpak big time yung pulis. Kasi, matagal na palang, namatay na pala yung sinasabing middleman. Tapos hindi pa nila sinasabi sa kapatid ni Percy o sa taong bayan. Parang, basta ang labo. Tapos sabihin nila secured na tapos patay na pala. Grabe, tuloy natin.
Yan, man. So that was on October 18, that was mid-afternoon. For what circumstances namatayan, hindi pa natin alam. But may nakukuha tayong information from inside na gusto natin i-verify through the medical legal na yan daw ay namatay sa bangungot o hindi nakahinga. You know, very mysterious.
Yeah, but Roy, isn't this a little all too convenient? Here is the killer surrenders willingly to the police with the murder weapon. And then now the middleman who knows who the mastermind is dies in his sleep? I mean, seriously, Roy,
Yeah.
do you believe it?
Uh,
Do you believe it?
I do not buy the entire story, Karen.
Okay.
Ako, pinanghawakan ko yung investigasyon na ginawa ng police. That's why I took the initiative to request the police to give me time to come face to face with the suspect. Ako mismo ang nag-request noon, hindi naman yun ibinigay sa akin. At nag-request din ako na bayaan kaming magkaroon ng walkthrough. Ay, hindi rin naman nasunod yung walkthrough dahil kami nag-drive lang along the way. Pero nevertheless, I was a bit satisfied dun sa kanyang sagot. Lahat ng tanong ko sinagot naman niya eh. I do not question that. At lahat ng sagot niya nagmamatch naman dun sa ebidensya ng pulis. But yung ganitong pangyayari, this would give us a very low moral. The family is now so distraught and hindi namin alam kung saan kami ulit magsisimula, Karen.
Yeah,
And we do not know whom to trust.
Mm-mm. And I'm sorry that we have to go through this interview, Roy. You understand just the questions that I've been asking. Simple things like, for example, Joel Escorial pointed at the picture of the middleman who was dead, and he claims to know him. So were there follow-through questions of, for example, how did you get to know him? Paano mo to kakilala? There's so much information that's not there. How did he know this person from the Bilibid? Did you ever
Karen,
ask the police?
Yun yung mga bits and pieces ng information na hinahayaan ko na nga sana na mangyari sa korte kung uusad na itong kasong ito. In fact, by Monday next week, naka-prepare na kami na umattend ng preliminary investigation nitong kaso sa DOJ. Subalit itong nangyari na to, hindi ko alam kung saan tutungo yung paglilitis dahil napakalaking role ang gagampanan sana nitong middleman na ito eh. Ito yung hinihinala namin na paglilid sa amin dun sa mastermind.
What's your reaction to some observers? I've read this on social media yesterday that this is feedback from netizens concerned about your brother's death. It sounds like an old script. I've read that on social media. Feedback saying that what if it's a diversion, that the point is now you're not meant to find the mastermind. That's the whole point.
That's correct. Maraming ganyang obserbasyon. Hindi mo kailangan ng rocket scientist to think about those situations. Pero still, kami mabuting mamamayan ng Pilipinas. Kami naniniwala sa batas. Kami sumusunod sa batas. Saan pa kami kakapit, Karen, kung hindi namin susundin itong batas na umiiral dito? Sa nangyari na to, it just shows na the justice system here is not really functioning. Kasi nakikita mo, in broad daylight, namamatay na lang yung isang tao nang hindi natin alam kung anong circumstances. Samantalang nasa loob ng facility yan. Kaya siguro, once and for all, papanagutin nila yung Bureau of Corrections na yan. Ang daming kaso na nangyari, di ba, nung kasagsagan ng COVID, ilang high-profile inmates yung namatay. Dapat, wala naman tayong narinig na nanagot sapagkat yung leader na nandun noon ay nandyan pa rin ngayon.
All right. Well, on this note, Roy, I'm so sorry for what your family is experiencing. I can feel your pain. And please know that we are with you. Our condolences are with you and the family. And I guess, what is your next move? What do you plan to do today? Will you be seeing members of the PNP, Roy?
No, we'll be contacting an independent medical legal siguro to conduct a separate autopsy of the cadaver nitong alleged middleman. Kasi just to ensure na alam namin yung talagang nangyari. Kasi kagaya ng sinasabi ko sa iyo, hindi na namin alam kung sino ang tatakbuhan namin, Karen, under these circumstances. Ang primary concern ko na lang, in the meantime, is the security of the entire family. Yun lang muna. And we will deal with all of this. Sinasabi ko nga sa'yo, hindi ako titigil hanggat di natin nakikita yung katarungan, but I know na mahabang-habang lakaran itong gagawin natin. Hindi kami nakakasigurado sa dulo nito dahil dito sa mga pangyayari nakikita natin.
Roy, thank you so much for joining me. Please take care of yourself. Be strong and God be with you.
Salamat, Karen.
Or
So, dahil nga sa nangyari, bali nag-hold ng press conference yung Secretary of Justice si Remulla para i-explain lahat na nangyari. Tapos nakahanap sila ng magandang alibay. Sabi daw nung pagsabi ng hitman na yun nga sinabi niyang pangalan ng middleman, kagad-agad daw sinecure nila nag-communicate sila doon sa Bucor na i-secure itong tao na ito. Pero ang sagot ng Bucor, wala sa listahan nilang pangalan ng tao na yon. So, ang alibay nila, palusot nila, tatlo daw ang pangalan na ginamit ng middleman na yon. So, Villamor ang surname niya, tapos iba-iba yung tatlo yung ginamit niyang middle name. Tapos yung first name, mayroong mahabang pangalan, mayroong June Villamor, mayroon pang iba. Basta, tatlo ang ginamit niyang pangalan, yun ang palusot ng Bucor. Tapos, grabe naman, ginagawa nilang buboy ang tao eh. Kung hindi nila alam na yun ang middleman na tinutukoy ng mga pulis, bakit namatay? Grabe, what a coincidence, 'di ba? Parang sinadya na coincidence o talagang sinadya. Malamang sa malamang, 'di ba? Tuloy natin. Makinig at manood tayo ng press conference ng Secretary of Justice, si Justice Remulla. Tara, samahan niya ako.
May paliwanag na ba ang authorities o?
May paliwanag ba ang? Ha?
May paliwanag na ba doon kung bakit hindi nagtutugma yung sabi ng PNP, secure niya si middleman kahapon, pero patay na pala siya noong October 18.
Dalawa kasi middleman na pinag-uusapan dito, no? May isa pang middleman na who came from BJMP facility in Taguig, no? In Taguig, maybe Camp Pagundiwa, I don't know what camp it is, no? So they have one in custody. They had one in custody already. Ang sa akin lang, sayang, if I was informed that we had to secure somebody inside Bilibid, that could have been done very early. Like if like last night they requested me to secure the other possible witness. In 1.5 hours, the person was already with the police. We were able to secure the person immediately. But I was not informed by the police about this. So that's it. No? Coordination is very important, and there was probably a shortcoming there. Hindi kami napag-coordinate. Kasi nga, hindi naman kami ang nag-investigate. We're not the ones investigating. And probably the excitement of things, it was forgotten. Or maybe, na-forgo lang nila yung
Mahirap, hindi niya masabi ang right word, pero ang right word na dapat sasabihin dyan, incompetence. Incompetent yung coordination nila, yung mga tao sa Bucor at saka mga in charge sa PNP. Incompetence ang tawag dyan. Kasi pinatagal pa, dapat ora mismo. Marami namang nag-overtime na walang tulugan o natulog ng kunti lang. Ba't hindi nila kaagad sinecure? As in, sinecure na secure talaga. Doon sila pumalpak ng big time. Hindi niya masabi yung right word. Incompetence na tawag dyan. Simple. Tuloy natin.
coordination na kinakailangan sa bagay na to.
Sir, last 2 questions na lang. Yung second middleman na buhay pa, anong special na instructions para masigurong siya ay mananatiling buhay hanggang sa umuusad po yung kaso?
He's already in custody of the PNP. He's already in custody of the PNP. Custodial center. So, I think that he'll be okay.
Ito na naman tayo. Secured na naman daw sa PNP na. Pag may nangyari pa dyan, ewan ko na. Tuloy natin.
We have to give him, of course, pa-check up natin kung ano talaga kung meron siya iniinda. Pero I will have no doubt naman na okay naman siya. Kaya dito, autopsy is the only thing we can do.
And lastly, sir, pagtugbayin lang yung date po natin kasi ang banggit niyo po kanina is Monday.
Yes, October 18.
So that's October 17.
Tuesday, October 18. Tama, 18, di ba?
So it's 18.
O, 18. 18 yung press con, di ba? 18. Oh.
Thank you.
Sir, dahil punta po sa Philippines Agency, I would just like to ask kung nakausap niyo si Director Bantay regarding this.
Yes, I had to request documents from him. Kasi nga I had to request documents. Kailangan ko ng dokumento galing sa Bucor and I was given documents. Kaya nga may pinapakita ko sa inyo ibang dokumento. Kasi nga mahalaga, ma-determine natin yung record.
Ang latest pala na ginawang aksyon ni President Marcos dahil nga sa kapalpakan ng Bucor, una-una suspended yung yung general na in charge sa Bucor. Tapos after ng ilang oras, yun, mayroon na siyang pinasok na bago. Bago na hindi na babalik yung pumalpak na yung general na in charge dyan sa Bucor. So may bago na ngayon. Bago na ang in charge sa Bucor, bago na ang in charge sa PDEA at yung sa COA. Tatlong bagong appointment na ginawa ng presidente natin. Tuloy natin.
Very early in the case, we are able to look at, verify the identities of people and look at the official records so there will be no confusion as to the identities of people.
How did you take the suspension recommendation?
Okay lang. Well, it's par for the course. If you want an impartial investigation, that's the only thing you can do here. Kasi nga, it's under his jurisdiction and that's the way it goes naman. Yun talaga ang wala naman tayong choice. And that's the President's instruction.
Hi, sir. Good morning po. Hi, sir.
Command responsibility ang tawag dyan. Pag pumalpak yung mga tauhan mo, ikaw ang sisibakin. Yan ang ngayon. Yung uso ngayon sa pang-gobyerno natin. Tuloy natin.
Okay.
Sir, I look from CNN Philippines. Sir, yung suspension ni BJ Bantag, did you recommend it or galing yung mismo kay Pangulo? And naging basis pa yung negligence and the timing of the death of
The basis is for the impartial investigation. I don't think that we can attribute anything at once. We cannot conclude anything at once. I believe that the President, in his best judgment, as in his experience as a governor and as a president, actually gave me a good thing to do, to issue a preventive suspension and to get an OIC inside to make sure that everything is investigated properly.
Sir, yung pong second middleman, kasi tinukoy din si Escoyal sa kanyang
Yes.
extradition confession about Christopher Bacoto. Is he the same person na nasa DJ niya?
Yes.
And so ano yung naging participation niya kasi nakalagay lang dito talk to his companions to help him in killing?
I don't think I should be releasing any information on that matter. It's better that these things are laid out properly when the statements are already in front of me. I do not want to preempt any findings later on. Dapat makita ko yung statements ng tao.
Sir, sir, I understand that pa sa PI yung murder complaint against Escoyal. But sir, hindi ba maka-affect yung kanyang extrajudicial confession kung sino nga na-confess na siya? Why the need for PI?
Depends on his counsel. It's really his choice. It's their choice. Let's say right that they have. And he was assisted by counsel in his extrajudicial confession. So I think that solves a lot of problems about the confession being defective. And there are besides the confession, there are other matters that are consistent with his being the gunman. I think that's the most important thing, is that there's independent evidence that supports his statements.
Sir Melalas Moras of PTV4. Sir, bukod dito nga kay DG Bantag, ano po yung mga naging marching orders ni President Marcos para ma-ensure na hindi na tumauulit at para matiyak yung media security din in general ng iba pa natin kasama sa media?
Well, I think that media security is one of the things that we have to work on. The police is being instructed to really make sure that they're visible in the streets. Para kasi wala naman tayong choice kundi magkaroon ng... Ang kailangan talaga police visibility as a deterrent to crimes, di ba? So, and the fact that this case was solved, I think that gives us some confidence that a lot of people will hesitate before they move against any member of media. I'm a member of media myself. I've been broadcasting for the last 17 years. I've been regularly. So I think we share the same concern.
Opo. And sir, nakausap na rin po ba yung pamilya ni Percy Lapid? At ano po yung mga...
I haven't, no, kasi when it happened, I was in Geneva, so I couldn't attend this funeral. I couldn't speak to them, but I will seek out the brother, Mr. Mabasa, to able to ask, maybe to share a few insights about the case.
Sir, how optimistic
Identify yourself, please. Microphone, please. Microphone.
How optimistic are you or not if the ultimate person who induced the killers to do the crime will be discovered after this development? For the weekend is clear that we don't.
I am not the investigator, but the way that we see it, it's very possible that we can arrive at the source of this thing. It depends. I was told yesterday that one of those persons in custody has a lawyer who's instructed his client not to speak. So we have to find out. Let's see it as it happens. No? Let's live by the day and wait for the news to come out, and maybe let's try to find out through our own. The PNP is on the job, and I'm asking the NBI to be there also, because they may need assistance also from different angles that maybe that the crime may be looked at from.
Hey po, good morning, Sir Jairo Bulledo po from Lapid. I have two questions lang po, clarification lang po, kasi parang kahapon lang po nasabi ng PNP and DILG na parang meron daw pong second middleman. Well, in fact, yung DOJ briefer po natin, already mentioned po na on October 18, nagbigay ng statement itong si Escorial na pinangalanan niya nga po itong si Baco. May explain na kaya dun, sir, bakit late po na nasabi ng dalawang middleman?
I don't know. I just got briefed yesterday. I was not involved in the case until yesterday when I was told that Villamor had passed away in Bilibid. Then I had to get involved already. Because, alam mo yan, PPI lahat yan, no? So dadaan din naman sa amin yan. So I couldn't really meddle from investigation to actual prosecution. I could not meddle in that way.
Last question po for me, Secretary. Base po dun sa statement and press conference ni SILG, sumuko po si Escorial na October 17. And
Yes.
present po siya na October 18. Question lang po, bakit po kaya parang hindi nagkaroon ng security kung October 17 nalaman na po na nag-surrender na po sa Escorial, and then the day after pa naman po namatay si yung ating po alleged middleman.
I have no answer for that. No? I have no answer for that because sabi ko nga, I found out everything yesterday. In fact, on last I don't know if Monday or Tuesday, basta nung magkausap kami ni Secretary Abalos, no? Nung after the press conference, he was just telling me about BJMP. He was not telling me about Bilibid. He didn't seem to know about Bilibid. So we were not that informed yet. I think that he was speaking from initial validated data, but not complete data pa at that time. And sabi ko nga, I even asked him yesterday before he called me up if it was BJMP or Bucor, because yesterday morning I was asked by Deo Macalma when he called me up and I was asked to in an interview, and then I noticed that he was always speaking about Bucor, and I had no idea. Because if I'm not informed, I have enough things to do to with my time, diba? But when you're informed, you really have to give it priority. So that actually set me asking questions from 8:30 in the morning up. Kahapon buong araw, ito na lang talaga tinatrabaho natin kasi dumating na nga sa punto Now from there, from Deo Macalma's interview to me, I had to seek out Secretary Abalos, who was then in Leyte with the President. And we were texting each other about it. Doon ko lang nalaman isa-isa yung mga nangyari. And the validated, the data that I gave you today, most of it came from last night's meeting, late afternoon last night's meeting with the PNP and Secretary Abalos. And of course, my subsequent meeting with Director Bantag, DG Bantag, to get the data about the person. Kaya alam ko ang pangalan niya sa record ng Bucor is June Villamor and not Crisanto Villamor. Kasi ano yan alam mo naman ito nga yung gusto ko yung pinag-uusapan namin kanina ng mga undersecretary ko no? The importance of the carpeta system. Kasi nga ang carpeta is the record of every prisoner. Unless you get a complete record of every prisoner, some of them serve beyond the time that they should serve. Some of them have identities that are not actually validated. So it's so important that we're able to get a biometrics and biometric induced or biometric based carpeta system to make sure that all of these records are consistent. At the same time, it helps us free them at the right time. Kasi ang carpeta from the time of arrest to the time of detention, dapat complete record dyan. Mga cause of it, saan to the detain, anong dates. That really gives you a good idea of how to treat a prisoner humanely. Ang nangyayari kasi nga nito, it just shows to us that there's a gap. The name itself is a gap. I think that the name of Crisanto Villamor Jr.
Malaking lesson po ito sa sa ahensya ng gobyerno, yung PNP, Bucor, saka yung Bureau of Jail Management. Dapat umpisa ngayon, dapat magkaroon na sila ng mabilis na coordination pag may mga ganyang sitwasyon para hindi maabot ng mastermind yung middleman para patayin. So dapat last na ito, dapat hindi na maulit yung ganitong pangyayari kasi malaking dagok po ito sa sa pangalan ng PNP, Bucor. Ito malaking kapalpakan ito. Big time na kapalpakan. Dahil yung nagsalita yung spokesperson ng PNP na secured na, tapos pala habang nagsasalita siya patay na pala. So at saka yung record nila na pareho naman ang apelyido pero mayroon nga tatlong ginagamit niyang apelyido. Yung middle name, tapos yung Crisanto na first name, yung isa June, yung isa mahabang pangalan. So dapat na sila na kinonsider sana nila na Villamor nga pare-pareho yung apelyido ng tatlong pangalan. So dito nakikita yung yung hindi magandang coordination ng ng iba't ibang department ng government natin. So hanggang dito na lang po ang ating video ngayon. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pakikinig, sa inyong panunood, sa inyong pagsama. Salamat po. By the way, kung bago pa lang po kayo sa aking YouTube channel, please pakisupport naman po. Please like this video. Paki-subscribe po. Yung mga hindi pa nakasubscribe sa YouTube channel ko, please subscribe. At paki-share na rin po sa inyong kaibigan at families. Maraming salamat po. See you on my next video. God bless us all. Bye for now. Salamat po.